Detroit Pistons have just shocked the third time in 7 seasons.
Now Wade has got it. Wade will hold on. And the Miami Heat are champions. The promises have been kept.
No half century. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
Not much, man. Back at it for another A&E pregame finals breakdown. Game 5. Yes, sir.
Game 5, Boston, Golden State, Steph Curry, legendary, of course. I don't care what anybody else says. Like I said before, death to the Steph Curry slander. He has nothing to prove. And if he did, he just made you eat it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the second oldest player to score over 40 points right after LeBron. I mean, everybody's always talking about Steph Curry, everybody's always saying LeBron James or Kevin Durant. I've always been LeBron James, Steph Curry. I get it why they said Kevin Durant before, but Steph Curry's the better leader out of all three. LeBron's just the best player, and that's hands down.
Yeah. Can't argue with that too much. You really can't. But like you said, Curry has nothing else to prove. And if he did, he shut it all down after that game 4.
Sure.
What are we talking about here? There's nothing else to say. Say.
Every record he breaks, it's his own.
Yeah. He's breaking his own records. Like, that's unbelievable. Now he's the first player to make at least 5 threes in 4 consecutive final games. That's a new record for himself. So yeah, Curry is doing some things, man. Never had to prove anything to me. I always thought he was a great player, but tell me what you think Golden State and the Warriors got for Boston tonight, man. What is the rest of the series looking like?
All right, so let me just clear the air. I'm rooting for Steph Curry. With that being said, I always pick with my head, though. You know, I've always said the Celtics can win this. You know, it's very, very possible. And the way they're playing, they don't make it easy on themselves. They're prolonging the series. I mean, not saying like they could have just put the Warriors out, but if they played like their best, they could have won this series. They could have won it in about 6 or 5, maybe. Who knows? You know, because Draymond is playing that bad. Klay's playing that bad. I mean, he's not playing that bad, but he was. And the Celtics don't capitalize on their great defense that they're playing on the Warriors. You know, and then they let Steph Curry show the world why he's a legendary player.
Yeah. So it's great defense up until they start making mistakes. Just go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That was it. I was just saying, you know, Steph Curry, you know, being a legend in the finals, like everybody says he hasn't, you know, which he never had to do because he provides his teammates with opportunities for them to win. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to win, like I said in the previous pod, without Jason Tatum being the best player on the court. I mean, on their team and or on the court. It's very hard when they're going against players like, you know, Steph Curry and stuff like that. You know, they'll be going against the West. So they got, you know, LeBron James if they get back to the finals and Jokic and stuff like that. And then Luka Doncic. So, you know, it's going to be hard for him to be the best on the floor, but he has to be the best on his team for them to win a championship.
Oh, yeah, against this Warriors team. And it's kind of hard when you got Jaylen Brown playing like he's playing. I think in the last 4 games, it's either they both have, I'm pretty sure, did the calculations, 89 points apiece for these last 4 games.
Really?
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're tied for that. And they shouldn't be. Like,
well, that makes sense. Because
Jaylen Brown is a great number 2.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he should be tied with Tatum. Tatum should be, and then especially, I like what Jaylen Brown is doing is pushing momentum. Tatum is getting to the line. His shots, his shot selections, you know what I'm saying? What he's doing is not really driving momentum and pushing his team and pumping up the team. I mean, you had Brown hitting key buckets. Like that bucket he hit over Draymond in a lane. Like great defense by Draymond, but it was a better shot. And that's the type of stuff that pushes momentum in their direction that can change the whole team. And they're looking at Jason Tatum to be doing this, and he's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Jaylen Brown's a great number 2, but he's not playing like a great number 2 either. It's not hard for Jason Tatum to be the best player on the floor right now, or the best player on the Celtics team right now, because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Let me see. I have their stats right here. All right, so Jaylen Brown, 24 points, 17 points, 27 points, 21 points. Jason Tatum, 12 points, 28 points, 26 points, 23 points. Jaylen Brown has only had one game over 25, and Tatum has had only 2. Neither one has scored 30.
That's a fact.
That's fine for Jaylen Brown, but he's a lot better than that. He is a lot better than that.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
They win a lot of these games if Jason Tatum scores over 30 and be the superstar that the Celtics believes he can be and need him to be in order to win a championship. And honestly, it's fine if he's not that this year. I mean, these numbers aren't great for the finals, but their first time in the finals, he should be doing better. But I'll give him a pass because everyone. I feel like it's okay to lose in the finals with a good effort, especially being this young.
Oh yeah.
He'll come back, he'll feel that hurt, and come back and be, that championship caliber person like Giannis was.
Yeah. I almost think like feeling the burn for the first finals for these young players would bring them back even stronger, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to learn much more from taking the L to Golden State than they would winning. You know what I'm saying? And then I just feel like it's a lot more to learn about their team because I don't feel like they're the better team. And going against a team with more experience, it's a lot to learn on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You have to widen your perspective and be able to do more on the floor because it's not all about athleticism. And Boston has that for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I think taking the L for them with Tatum, Brown, you know what I'm saying? Those guys would come back a lot hungrier, a lot more ready. Like they would come back ready to play ball, and they probably take it to next year. But they're so I can see them coming back to the finals next year. Not saying the West is going to be soft or anything like that. But those boys are going to be hungry next year. They're definitely about to take this L to Golden State. What's up?
You mean the East?
Oh, the East. I'm sorry. The East.
Yeah, I mean, because they're still going to have to go through Milwaukee and Heat and Philly. But yeah, I mean, like you said, athletics, doesn't make you the best team, and Draymond is proving that. He's not doing much in the stat sheet, but I mean, he still had 9 rebounds. What was it, 9 assists and 8 rebounds or whatever it was? I can't remember in the last game. But yeah, he's doing a lot of chaos to disrupt his own team. But when everybody yells at him and he gets benched in the fourth quarter, Steph Curry takes over. The Celtics are still in a chaos while Curry is draining threes.
Yeah.
Draymond, they also worry about his antics on the floor. They played that one game. He played great against his crazy antics. But, they still fell apart and let the Golden State come back a little bit and, cost themselves, struggling to, close it out, which they eventually did.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Draymond, he doesn't have much in the tank.
No. But he's playing his part. You know what I'm saying? Draymond is playing his part. Draymond is being Draymond. And like he's disrupted stuff, like you said, on the floor. And so I'm curious to see this game, what they're gonna do about that. Like if their mindset is gonna be different and they're gonna be able to handle Draymond on the floor. And I'm curious to see what they're gonna do about Steph. You know what I'm saying? Steph is creating shots for himself inside and outside and creating shots for his team. Like if y'all don't double team him, then you give his team an opportunity to open up some buckets and score. So what do you think the adjustment is going to be for Boston against against another to stop another legendary performance like game 4 from Steph?
It's going to be the coach, Ime. He's going to have to drill into their heads, stay focused. Don't turn the ball over. Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, stop looking for the foul. Take smart shots. He takes the hardest, most difficult shots I've ever seen someone try to take. Like it's very unnecessary a lot of the time and unwarranted, Yeah. And then that's all they need for the Warriors to start crawling back. That's why they don't score a lot when they're playing this good defense on the Warriors, because the Warriors are playing pretty good defense, and he's, falling into their trap, right into the spider web of that defense that, Draymond's going to be all over you, and Steph Curry, he's going to be right there trying to swipe it while you're down low, and you're trying to do this ridiculous layup or floater.
Don't forget about Wiggins. Wiggins caused a lot of that pressure on Tatum as well. So he did a great job.
He's forcing him inside. He doesn't want to take these jumpers with Wiggins directly on him. But I mean, got to shout out Wiggins too, man. He's doing really good this playoff.
Yeah, Wiggins has stepped it up, man, and I think he's like, he's developed into a great player. I like to see him be confident a little earlier on in the game to get his team flowing and stuff like that and get on the same page with Steph. But I think he will. I think he's going to step up and really continue to make his mark on this game and do what he's got to do. I'm excited to see it tonight, man. Definitely looking for Golden State to take this win. They're back in, Golden State, so back in San Fran. So I think they about to do their thing. Steph is coming off a monstrous game, and I think he's going to continue that performance. I think all the naysayers has just absolutely ticked them off to the point where it's just like no sleep. I mean, basically 30 points. Yeah. I mean, he had a 29-point game, so almost every game he's played in these finals has been over 30 points scored, which is just amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, but one question, you know what I'm saying, before we,
real quick, before you say what you're about to say, one thing about Wiggins, I haven't looked it up, but I'm willing to bet, I'd put money that he has the leading plus minus of the series out of both teams.
I bet you he does.
I bet you he does.
I bet you he does. Yeah, Wiggins, man, he's been great. I think, you know what I'm saying, it would have, I won't say we wouldn't be here without Wiggins, but it would have been a lot harder. You know what I'm saying?
You could.
Yeah.
You could.
Oh, no, absolutely, they could, but it would have been.
That's not saying he's carrying the team, but that's just how Golden State carries themselves. Mm-hmm. They're amazing. One thing goes down, it's pretty hard for anybody to save them, and that's why Steph Curry gets all the heat that he takes. Like, why can't he do it when someone's out? He's like, because he and Steve Kerr has designed this offense to work a very specific way.
Absolutely.
And when everybody can hone in on, little Steph Curry, makes it incredibly hard and a lot harder than it would any other superstar, like, a bigger superstar like LeBron James or Kevin Durant or a Jokic, who still doesn't carry their team like a Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I got Warriors. I got the Celtics losing their first game, back-to-back game.
So I'm gonna say, and I'm feeling pretty confident about the dub tonight. Golden State's definitely gonna get it. I want to say they're even gonna go back to Boston and knock them out 3 in a row. I mean, I'm feeling like because I feel like Steph is about to really. I think it's about to be another great game for Steph, and he doesn't want this to go on any longer. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see. I do want to ask you something. Seeing as though, because I did the math again, 89 points apiece for these first four games in the finals for Jaylen Brown and for Jason Tatum. Who do you think deserves a piece?
Like
89
exactly
points.
89? Wow.
89 points on the money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 89 points on the money.
See, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. I mean, let me pull that back up. The stats that I took on. So, game 1, 2, 3, and 4. Jason Tatum, 12 points, 28 points, 26 points, 23 points. Jaylen Brown, 24 points, 17 points, 27 points, and 21 points. That's just not enough.
No,
and you couldn't tell just by thinking about it until you see that game 1 12 points from Jason Tatum. And that's probably the exact reason why. They're tied at, because Jaylen Brown's doing his job, consistent, lowest game 20 or lowest game 17. Good.
Yeah. So who do you think is that MVP trophy?
Well, if Golden State wins, it's going to be Steph Curry.
Nah. Of course, and Golden State is going to win. I'm talking about in a hypothetical situation where somehow Boston pulls it out. Who do you think gets the MVP trophy? Like in your opinion, because they might give it to Tatum regardless, but I'm talking about in your opinion, who do you think would deserve it? Just based off these 4 games.
I mean, in my opinion, that's what they're going to do. Maybe I would say, he deserves it because he did have 13 assists one game. He does pretty good off the ball currently, but he's not scoring enough.
Yeah.
He's not being the definitive best player on his team. But I mean, they will definitely give him the MVP.
Yeah, I'm thinking they probably will give it to him. But in my opinion, I'm saying Jaylen Brown, man. I'm saying Jaylen Brown would deserve it more, based off the fact that he has been the key factor, in my opinion. Besides the game where where Tatum dropped 28 points, I think that's when he got those 13 assists as well. I may be wrong though, but that was the strongest game so far. Definitely played great. I mean, he was the best player on the floor for his team that night. But Brown, I mean, what he's doing for this team completely unexpected, because I saw Tatum driving the momentum like Brown is doing. You know what I'm saying? Some key plays, some key shots. I'm seeing Tatum doing it more. I'm seeing I'm seeing Brown doing more. I'm seeing Brown do more for his team than Tatum really is in the long run, as far as energy, as far as keeping the momentum flowing. So, and I mean, he's fighting. Like he manifested it. I don't know if you saw the clip where he said, "I will be here." Like he was like, "I'm gonna be in the finals. I'm gonna be here." And it was it was a little while back, and he's there, and he's playing like he's there to stay. You know what I'm saying? He really is. So I think he would deserve it more based off the last 4 games. Now, if Tatum comes out of nowhere, he has a great last 3 games, an amazing performance somehow, and takes it from Golden State, I give it to him all day. But I don't see Brown slowing down.
Well, see, that's the thing. I would say it's unexpected of Brown because we expected more from Tatum.
Exactly.
But still, Brown's not doing as much as you'd think. When he scored that 27, he had 18 in the first half, I think.
Oh yeah, no, I understand.
He's a part of the entire Celtics reason why they all stopped going after the first half. I don't know. Like we keep saying, we'll know what they do in halftime, but they don't come out focused.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying they're not a third quarter team. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. That's
You
not
know,
a,
they
they're
really,
gonna pass on that.
I saw people keep trying to kill Steph Curry because, like, even though he had those 43 points, he still only scored 6 points in the fourth quarter or something like that, or 4 points in the fourth quarter.
Excuse me?
It's like, and I forgot what they said. They said, it seems like people are leaning heavy on those first 3 quarters and ignoring that fourth quarter. Like 3 is more than one guy. He did a lot for those 3 quarters. He did a lot. Yeah, it's Klay Thompson's turn.
Yeah.
It's Jordan Poole's turn. And once again, this is what Steph Curry does. If someone comes out in the fourth quarter hitting shots, he's going to be a distraction and a point guard and get them the ball.
Yeah.
Drawing the double team, driving in, kicking it out. This is what he does.
Yeah, because he's so much more effective than just scoring points. Like he can do so much more than just drop buckets. His presence on the floor alone.
Yeah, it happens for a reason. It's not like he purposely disappears, and he's a smart shooter. He'll miss a lot of shots before the fourth quarter, and once he start missing and someone else is making them in the fourth quarter and they need to win, he's going to defer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what you're supposed to do as the leader.
He's a great
get the
leader.
win.
Absolutely great leader. Yeah. Kudos to Chef Curry, man. I'm excited to see him tonight against these boys, man. Boston stepping into the Thunderdome, boy. Golden State fans is about to be pumped tonight, especially coming off that performance, man. And I don't think he's going to disappoint again, man. I got high hopes for this game for Curry, and I'm just excited to see it. You got anything else? Huh?
We might get expect a couple unruly Golden State fans saying some explicitives to the Boston fans. Did you hear how Klay Thompson and then they were complaining about the Boston fans and how they weren't classy, as if Boston fans ever had class.
Ever. Unless you give them some lobster.
Lamb chowder.
Yeah, man. So I saw it was a something about I saw a picture because they were talking about Boston fans and outside of a restaurant it said Ayanna is Steph Curry's wife name, right? It was like Ayanna Curry can't cook or something like that. Or Aisha, yeah, they took a shot.
Oh yeah, they said that's why he torched him.
Yeah,
he was mad because they insulted his wife.
Yep.
Hey, keep sleeping on my man's, yo.
Facts.
Right.
Sleep.
Yeah, he be shimmying, he act nice. That man's an assassin.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Cold-blooded.
You have awoken the beast. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they can put him back to rest. Like that beast came out. I think he's gonna be out. I think these next 2 games, they better have a plan for Steph, or he's gonna kill him.
Look, if they don't double team him in the first quarter, expect 20, like 17 or something in the first quarter.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as he has a supporting cast and his teammates, which I'm fairly confident that he will. It's game over, man. It's game over.
Let's do it.
And then
Great
Golden State. Stop shooting threes.
Double. All right.
Let's get a double. Yep, no threes though. Let's get it, man. So I guess that concludes our pre-game breakdown. Game 5, Boston Celtics.
Yes, it does. Kick it off. Talk to you at halftime, nerd.
Be easy.
Stay geeky.